Greetings again, gang. All right, mid-morning for y'all. It's 10 after 6 for me. Putting these together here so I can get things done because I got to go get more straw here in an hour. Uh, for those of you that watched the TV show The Last of Us, I know we watched it too. You saw basically a fungus going across the country. Granted, this is a movie made off of a video game, yada yada yada, and turned people into zombies and basically killed everybody. Right? And it's like, okay, video games. I think the thing won like 500 awards for video games or whatever. The show was pretty popular, whole nine yards. But it's Hollywood, right? Maybe not so much. All right, now. I'm not trying to freak anybody out here because, since our debacle in 2020, we've heard, oh my God, Ebola is coming. Oh my God, Monkeypox is coming. Oh my God, smallpox is coming. Da, 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 right? It's like the boy who cried wolf. Well, we have another one. And it's not like it's something new, but all of a sudden it's starting to spread. And it's a fungus called Candida auris. Now, the worrisome part about this is the mortality rate to this fungus is somewhere between 30 and 60%. So, of course, Klaus Schwab and Bill Gates are thrilled about this, because, hey, it's more population control and maybe we can make a vaccine. Fauci will come out of retirement, right? Well, here's the story on this. Like I said, this has been around since I think 2009 was when it came out. Well, even back in 2019, there were 476 cases of this across the United States. All right, that's minuscule. In 2021, there were 1,471 cases. Okay, so we had tripled at that point. Now, the CDC has called this an urgent threat that this fungus is been found in half of the U.S. states. It's spreading, okay? And it's typically found in hospital settings or long-term care facilities or where people are sick, I mean, the funniest part about all the things, you want to get sick, go to a hospital. Why? Because that's where all the sick people are. The way this is transmitted is primarily through your intake and outtake orifices. Let's just put it that way, your mouth and then everything below the waist. I'll try to keep this somewhat clean. But it hits people that are predominantly immunocompromised or, anything like that, have a hard time, get sick often and have a hard time getting well. Right? The problem is with it spreading and, of course, this fungus adapting to the weather or whatever you want to call it, the climate. It has a tendency to start to be able to infect more people. Now, like I said, 1,471 people in 2021. They haven't said how many in 2022 yet, but apparently if it's being found more and more often, it's getting a little bit more prevalent. And I can go back to the days, early 2020 when we're going, oh gee, this has only hit, 3 people, 10 people, 100 people. Okay. And then all of a sudden we had millions upon millions of, say what you will about it, being infected. Okay. The 30 to 60% mortality rate is the part that worries me. Okay. They've tried to use many antifungal medications, if you will. Some have worked, some haven't. Okay. But what they're finding now is the ones that originally worked aren't working anymore because this fungus is adapting, it's mutating, whatever it would be. Okay. Where it's usually found, like I said, is around your mouth or around the Netherlands below your waist. But what they're also finding is those people that have implanted devices, catheters or something like that, are very susceptible to the infection because the surface of the catheter, or whatever it would be, gives a good place for the fungus to colonize. Now, what to do about it? Same thing as before. Washing your hands, washing your mouth, cleaning yourself, bathing, doing whatever, all right? But if all of a sudden that you notice that you're getting a fever or you feel like you might have sepsis or something, you have an increased heart rate or your blood pressure starts dropping, okay, not those of us that have high blood pressure, dropping is a good thing, but starting to drop abnormally low, you need to get checked out for this, okay? Like I said, I'm not trying to panic anybody, whatever be, oh my God, here's the next pandemic or something like that. But this is something to pay attention to, because if you've got such a high mortality rate as this, the media is going to try to panic you on there, all right? And I'm betting that you're already going to start seeing stories on this. I mean, this comes from the CDC, where they said, where they said that this is an urgent threat. Right now, you can take the credibility of the CDC wherever you want to take it right now. That's up to you. But at least paying attention to it is something that's important. You can, like I said, bet that the media is going to go, oh my God, it's the next thing. But what I want to give you is this. Notice the timing on this. We are just starting. Candidates starting to announce a run for president. Pay attention, because could we see, oh, we have to go back into lockdowns. Oh, we have to go back to wearing masks. Oh, we have to do whatever they decide to do again, right? Which, remember this whole thing on, Biden and the WHO and, as so many people want to say, signing over our sovereignty, which isn't true, but allowing the WHO to say, to make the rules for what everybody is supposed to follow. Just be aware that we're going to probably, because of this, hear things like, we're going to have to do vote by mail again. We're going to have to put up all those plexiglass barriers. It's not safe to go to these places, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All right? Just telling you, this is on the uprising. Now, whether we see the repeat of a run on hand sanitizer and toilet paper, I can't tell you. But just pay attention to this and be aware of what's going on. Keep yourself clean, okay? We've talked many times about, in an SHTF situation, how hygiene is going to be so crucially important. If we get any sort of situation where this does spread, okay, hygiene is going to be the number one thing, like I said, especially here and there. So just a FYI to keep you guys ahead of the game here, but couldn't hurt to have an extra thing of hand sanitizer, an extra bar of soap, or maybe some of those baby wipes that you keep in the car, some alcohol. Keeping alcohol in the car is a good idea, guys. I'll just give you this. Taking out the trash before you stop off at get your ice cream cone or something like that, just somehow to clean your hands. Just one of the biggest things that is crucial in SHTF, especially for those of us, most of us on this channel are my age, thereabouts, okay? Our bodies have worked a little harder than some of those people that are in their 20s. The heart's beat a few more times. It takes a little bit longer to recover from the back pain, whatever. We're a little bit more susceptible. just telling you this because remember, the group of people that are useless eaters are those of us that are nearing retirement or in retirement. Play that into Social Security. Oh, Social Security's broke. We don't want to have to pay this out anymore. What's the easiest way to avoid paying out Social Security? They don't have the people that need to get paid. Okay. Not saying there's any conspiracy to this one. Not at all. Okay. But it's something worthwhile. And if you want to beat them at their own game, just keep practicing your hygiene and pay attention to this because, like I said, 30 to 60% mortality is exactly what the wackos at the WEF want to see. Personally, Klaus is in his 80s. Be happy to see him be one of those 30 to 60%. But, hey, they all have the greatest medical minds, Dr. Fauci, they've got all those people. So, we'll see what happens. Have a good one, y'all. I got to go get some straw. See ya. Pinball out.